time it's lights please, lights please. Turn off the lights. For now everything just seems so right. And how you make the darkness seem so bright. Feeling like things gon' be alright. Lights please. Turn off the lights. For now everything just seems so bright.
What's going on, folks? You know who it is. Once again, it's your boy Tay Wiggs, reporting live from yours truly, the Man Cave. And first, I know y'all probably right. I got this Boston hat on. We get to them later. But meanwhile, let's talk about the Miami Heat and the Hornets. As for you guys seen, that series is tied 2-2 with a big win last night, and they was down 0-2, so they made it to the series now. So it's tied up 2-2. So now they go on the road to Miami tomorrow night. So this series become now from a 7-game series to the best of 5. And whoever win on who's court first, that's pretty much who's gonna come out and win. But Hassan Whiteside had 8.7 rebounds, but he picked up his third foul early in the third quarter, which they had to sit him most of the way. That was a huge loss for them guys coming down the stretch in that third quarter, because even though while he was on the bench, Miami still to manage to go on a 22-4 run to get them within a 1 point game. Then for some reason, Joe Johnson, he stepped up. He had an okay game. He was 6 from 12, but he shot 50% from the field. He had 16.7 rebounds. Dwayne Wade, it wasn't a Dwayne Wade game that we normally see from him all the time, but I give credit where credit is due. He did have 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists. Everybody looking for D Wade to score about between 24 and 30. He's not that guy every night that he used to be, so he got some help. But in particular, the bench didn't show up. Get nothing. You get nothing from Amari Stoudemire. Get nothing from Justice Winslow or Josh Richardson. So next, probably be something different. The rookies, young players, to tend to play better at home than they do on the road. I don't know why, because they feel just more relaxed than they do on the road. What is this? The sleeping pattern might do something to them. Your bed too at once. So the Heat is let them come back in the series, tie the series up 2-2. So whoever win Game 5 pretty much going to win the series, and they got a lot of work to do because Charlotte was running them off the court, like off the court. I mean, flat out getting stellar play for Kemba Walker with 34 points, 21 points from Jeremy Lin Sanity, getting it in, man. Them guys play awesome. Frank Kaminsky as well. Al Jefferson. The key thing I do want to take away, Marvin Williams played 36 minutes. He was 0 for 5. But before I get him the Donut Guy Award, he did have 7 rebounds and 2 blocks and a steal. So he was playing defense. He was contributing. He helped. He was on Joe Johnson most of the night too, to be exact. So anytime you got Joe Johnson scoring 16 points and you held your own and you still come out with a 4 point victory, that's still definitely good. So the Hornets did what they supposed to do, take care of business at home, which was tough to do. 1-2 straight, which is always key. So when Michael Jordan told Steve Clifford, the coach of the Hornets, hey man, post up, put Frank Kaminsky in the post. So that's what they did. So they put him in the post, and ever since then, they never looked back. They come back and tie the series up. So give kudos out to that organization. And I'm gonna take the Hornets in Game 5 on the road. I'm gonna give the Hornets the edge. I said the Hornets probably win Game 5 by 5 points. And on top of that, Nicholas Batum is questionable for Game 5, so there's a slim chance that he might suit up and play. So we're looking forward to that one as well. So second game, we had the Dallas Mavericks and the OKC Thunder. Dallas scored 104 points. Thunder 118. Dirk had 24 points. And I want to give another little shout out to Dwight Powell, the young guy. He had 16 points. But I do want to give a shout out, but not, I'm going to call it shout in. So I'm going to shout in with this one. Devin Harris. Bruh, you've been in the league for what? 12 plus years. You scoring 9 points. You haven't been a factor at all in this series. I can't believe that you're a veteran and you still somewhat in the playoffs still managed to score 9 points. Like, I don't get it. Dirk Nowitzki is like the oldest player on your guys' team, and he's still averaging double figures. Plus, he moved up, like I want to say, eighth or seventh all-time leading scorer in playoff history. And when Dirk first got drafted, I was looking like this guy not gonna last in the league this long. But this guy's a Hall of Famer. He has a championship ring and all that stuff. Finals MVP. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. And Mark Cuban, we talk about him once I get through the Thunder first. Kevin Durant had 33.7 rebounds. He had a hell of a game last night. Russell Westbrook, 36 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. He was just 1 assist shy of a triple double. So them guys did work. They did work. And I mean, they got help from everywhere. Especially Dion Waiters did it again, coming through with 11 points. The other game he had 12. The other game before that he had 14. So he's finding his rhythm in that lineup. So definitely, when you got Dion Waiters going, that's definitely key that you guys can get them type of wins under your guys' belt. So anytime you got him come off the bench stepping up big, that's huge. That's huge. That is definitely huge. Um, Back to Mark Cuban, what he said about Russell Westbrook, calling him he's not a superstar, he's not an all-star, he's just a regular player, and everybody around the league, the world even knows that Russell Westbrook is a flat-out superstar, in and night out. There's no other guy like that in the league going full throttle like that. He's man. As at one point in time in the league, Draymond Green was leading the league in triple doubles at 10. That out of nowhere, Russell Westbrook then took off and had like 7 straight in a row. And ended the season with 18 triple doubles. The last person to do that was Magic Johnson. So it's been a while. So sorry, Mark Cuban. Russell Westbrook is a superstar. If he was mediocre, he would have a shoe contract with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan don't sign mediocre players to his label and endorsement deals. Sorry, Mark Cuban. That's definitely not mediocre. Definitely superstar potential. He has that superstar potential, and he is a superstar. And and just like Kevin Durant said when they went to the podium, called Mark Cuban an idiot because he said he wasn't a superstar, and I have to agree with Kevin Durant. That was an idiotic move by what Mark Cuban said that Russell Westbrook is a superstar. Russell Westbrook is a superstar. So you signed Darren Williams. He hasn't been the same player since he left Utah Jazz. You got Chandler Parsons injured. Wesley Matthews been up and down, a fair weather player. Can't get in his groove. So if I was you, Mark Cuban, the owner idiot, go get you a real point guard and a real two guard. How about that? Um, Enough of them guys. The Thunder did what they did, sent them home, which was nice, so we can get ready for going to the next round. Let's talk about the Clippers and the Trailblazers. This is crazy. And just by that, Trailblazers is down 2 games. And therefore, they come back and tie the series up 2-2. Blake Griffin has 17.7 rebounds. JJ Redick had 8 points. He was 3 for 13. We talk about a sniper. JJ Redick from Duke University. And he didn't come to play that game. He was off. Shooters, I give you this, shooters will have off games and they will be on fire. But JJ Redick been on fire the whole season. This is like the worst game that he probably had so far in this playoff series. He was 3 for 13 with 8 points. Chris Paul had 16 points. By that being said, Chris Paul broke his hand last night, tore the third bone in his hand, the metatarsal bone, I believe. He tore that, and Blake Griffin is out too now for the remainder of the playoffs. So you lost 2 key guys in your starting lineup, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. That's going to hurt because Chris Paul in this series averaging about a cool 18 points, and Blake Griffin is averaging 16. So you losing a lot of points right there, and said 34 points a game? That's a lot. So where you going to get your shooting from? The Jamal Crawford streaky shooter. We definitely see with JJ Redick. We know Austin Rivers can't run a point all like that. So that smelled doomsday for the Clippers because they got 2 all-stars and superstars out. So Jeff Green, all you guys need to step it up. Paul Pierce, got to tell these guys to step it up, man. You got to let them know this is time now to put them coaching skills together. Let them know it's all or nothing. DeAndre Jordan ain't going to give you nothing because he don't have a post move. So he only had 7 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks. So with that being said, let's go straight to the Portland Trailblazers. Allen Crabbe with the Odell Beckham hairstyle. He was 5 for 5 with 12 points. He couldn't miss. So you definitely will give him a shout out from off the bench. I'm gonna give another shout out too to Al-Farouq Aminu, 30 points and 10 rebounds. He was shooting threes all over Portland, putting in work. So you got guys like that stepping up. That is definitely major. It's always good when you got different guys, different nights can step up and contribute to the wins for the team. And you know, Mason Plumlee did it again too. He had 2 points. I can take the 2 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists any day, as long as we getting the win. C.J. McCollum had 19 points. That was good. And you know, Dame Lillard had 12. I know like Dame Lillard had 12, but Al-Farouq Aminu and Allen Crabbe set it up. 30 points from Aminu and 12 from Crabbe. That's 32 points. 42 points coming from them guys. So you got 42 points coming from different guys, and you know that C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard had 12 and 19 points apiece. So the lightweight took some pressure off them because other guys stepped up to the plate and did what they had to do. So with that being said, by me saying that Blake Griffin and Chris Paul out for the remainder of these series, I think I'm going to go with the Trailblazers to win the next two. Probably get one in LA, then come back and get one in back at home at the Rose at the Rose Garden. So it's not the Rose Garden no more. I'm thinking about my Rasheed Wallace days. They playing at the Moda, so at the Moda Arena. So I'm giving the Blazers to win the next two games to close the Clippers out because I think the Clippers season is over. So with that being said, you already know who I am. Tay Wiggs, yours truly. You can follow me at TAE_WIGGS. Before we go, Coach of the Year was announced today that Steve Kerr is Coach of the Year for the Golden State Warriors, 73-9. Tom Thibodeau today got introduced as a new head coach as the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that is key right there. And myself, I got the Celtics hat on because the Celtics do play tonight. I'm looking for them to steal the win in Atlanta to beat the Hawks. Isaiah Thomas, keep giving them calls from AI and big Isaiah Thomas, the Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas to play for the Pistons, two-time world champion Isaiah Thomas. Keep getting that call from the Hall of Famer Allen Iverson, Isaiah Thomas. Like they said, man, go out there, step on their throats. With that being said, picking the Celtics to win that game tonight. Pacers play tonight too, so I'm going to pick the Pacers over the Raptors. With that being said, you know who I am. You do y'all. It's your boy Tay Wiggs, live and direct from the Man Cave. See y'all later.